Hi there, my name is Rick Robb, and I am your instructor for English 2120 online intermediate composition. And I wanted to give you a quick uh, tour of our page here, how to navigate it. If you've taken classes, online classes at UNM, you probably are familiar with this. You might want to look through just to kind of get a sense of where things are. If you're new to the whole online thing, pay attention. This is going to tell you how to find your way. The screen you're seeing right now is, oddly enough, it's called Start Here. And this is the screen for the first week of the class. When you log on to learn, this is what you're going to see. And I keep this up here just because there are some new people who will start a little bit later, and I want them to have a sense of where to go. So we're going to take a look at this screen in a minute, but first I want to look over here on the side. So this here is the navigation panel, and this is what you use to navigate. So again, right here is the Start Here page that we're sitting on right now. We also have a course home, which we will look at shortly. We have announcements. So when we click that, here's one announcement posted. I do send out announcements at least once a week, if not more, sometimes maybe multiple times a day. These will go to your email as well as being posted here. So it's important that you check your email regularly, especially with an online course. But you can always, if you forgot where it was in the email, you can always see them. All the emails from the semester will be posted in here. The next thing we have is the syllabus. Right here it says live update, and that's because frequently throughout the semester, well, not frequently with the syllabus, but I do have to make some changes. For instance, this syllabus right now I need to fix because it has my old office number. But this will change, and usually I will do, if I make a change, I will highlight it or strike it through, and I will make a note off to the side, kind of like that note right there. So that you know what it was that has changed, and also I'll send out an announcement for that. Coming back here to the page, the next one down from syllabus is schedule and point value. It's also known as the SAP. That's how I will refer to it. Let's take a look at that real quick. Like the Word file here, this thing will just automatically update if I make any changes to it. So this schedule here, it has the starting, so this is the Monday of the week starting, which week of the semester it is, which sequence it is, all right, zero sequence, sequence one, the topic of the given week, and this will change, this information, any place where it's missing will likely get added to. What's the major writing assignment that we're working on for a given sequence? So for instance, this first sequence, you're going to be building a website. The next sequence, rhetorical analysis, assignment, etc. It's going to tell you when that is due. Short writing assignments. So we'll have journals and I keep wanting to call it a database. Discussion board. These are the two main assignments you'll see, but there also are some quizzes that will come up. Over in this column, what you need to read before the beginning of the week. There may be a few videos that you will watch as well. Down at the very bottom, this is going to tell you how many of each type of assignment we have. So how many of each, how much they're worth, the total point value. All right, you can see that. Also up here in this top part, it's going to tell you like when the readings need to be completed, when discussion boards will be due, right, journals, etc. So you want to read this carefully. We also have tools and resources, and you can poke around in these. Some of these I'll be pointing you in their direction. And a glossary of terms down here, and I'm just started putting these in. I'll be adding to these. If you find a term that you think would be useful in there, send it my way and I will add it in. A little further down here, my grades. This is not exactly what it will look. It'll be similar when you look at it because I'm not an actual student. But over here, it's going to tell you, this should tell you, like for instance, this assignment here, discussion board 4, reading response. And right now it just says blank/15. So if you got the full 15 points, it would say 15/15. If you only got 7 points, 7/15. So that's where you're going to look at that. All right, my groups, if and when we do some group assignments, this is where you're going to see that. If you're new to Learn, if you're new to Blackboard, this link will take, this is not my link, this is from UNM. It will show you how to use it. And then if you're having any kind of problems with it, with using Blackboard Learn, click that, create a support ticket. So let's come back up here to start here where you have found yourself. In these learning modules, this is kind of how each one is going to be. You have access over here. You can click these buttons to see where you are, what's coming up, and you can always just click to skip ahead like that. And I think this one puts the information underneath that, and that's kind of confusing to me. So I like to work with it closed. And over here where it says page 1 of 8, there's going to be something like this on each one of the pages in the modules that you're working on. And you're just going to click that to advance. All right. When you start out, you're going to want to go through this whole section. There's some things for you to read, some videos for you to watch. And once you have completed that checklist, you're going to jump over here to Course Home. Now, right now, Course Home starts off with zero sequence, getting familiar with this online course. After this first week, this is what you're going to see when you log on. All right, it's going to look kind of similar. It's going to have my information there, and you're going to go through. It's going to tell you about it. A few different things I want you to work on. All right, it tells you about assignments. Here we are, week 1. You want to complete that this first week. If you're viewing this in the second week because you got into the class late, you have some catching up to do. So you need to go through and do this. Follow this along. And this also is going to kind of help you to be a little more comfortable with submitting assignments. So we could see some of the ones we have up. We have a journal coming up. There's a quiz. After you read the syllabus, there's a quiz. There'll be a discussion board where you introduce yourself. There's a reading, and there's actually a second discussion board. This is the only week where there will be 2 discussion boards. All right. One is just introducing yourself. One is a reading response. I want to see how and if you guys are reading the material, what sort of responses you're getting, and kind of get us all on the same page. Let's see. Let's go back here. Excuse me. Oh, that's something else to know, too. If you ever get lost, if you feel like you're... My dogs are going nuts. If you feel like, oh, man, I don't know where I'm at, always come back. You can always come back to this Course Home and kind of start over again. And within this page here is all this cool stuff. You can explore it as you wish. What else did I want to say? I guess that's it. It was pretty simple. But if you have questions, email them to me. I will have an FAQ posted over here at some point. Within the discussion boards, and I'll probably set up a discussion board where you can go and ask questions, and your peers can help you out there too. One of the things that I found in teaching both online and face-to-face classes that I do in computer classrooms is that students are really good at helping other students. This guy's been driving around my neighborhood with this loud car, bugging the hell out of me. That's all I got to say. Let's get down to it.